Hey guys, and welcome. I am the Seven Swords, and we are back in Skyrim. And apparently, I don't have my gloves equipped. 1 second while I fix that. Back are our gloves. In the last episode, we helped Arniel finish his endeavor, and he disappeared. We gained the ability to summon his shade, and we gained the dagger that he used, named Keening. Now, we mentioned the fact that it was an ancient dwarven dagger made by, um, I believe I talked about this before, but it's an ancient dwarven dagger made by a great tonal architect, the tonal architects being powerful Dwemer. And there was a lot about that was very important to Sarah's story. But Sarah started to become interested and started looking for more information on the dwarves, reaching out and trying to find information. And she actually found this person to come see. Um, and now we are going to talk to from Depths Fathoms.
You must take the lexicon. Free me of my burden.
A lexicon? Burden? What are you talking about?
Memories. I cannot stand them. You must take them away. Return them to Amunshenzell. You must take the lexicon from me. Please, take it now.
Okay, I'll take the lexicon.
You must bring it to Amunshenzell. In the west, return it to them. It must go back.
Okay. Alright. So now we have this new quest of returning the lexicon to Munchkinzell. Now, if we go into our inventory real quick, we can take a look at this lexicon. This is the lexicon. This small cube. It probably doesn't look very small to us, but I always imagine this thing is about the size of your hand. We will see it later. But from Fathomless Depths wants us to take it to Among Shrinzal, which we're going to do today. Sarah found that this quest, she was kind of given this as she wasn't sure if she talked to someone or if she just kind of suddenly knew about this, but she felt like this was necessary. And upon touching the cube, she felt odd. A weird sensation flowed throughout her body. She's unsure of what it means, but she's willing to face it. I also found out we don't need to charge that up very much. We could just pop him into existence. And it also takes 0 of our magicka to summon him. He's also pretty powerful, apparently. So we have a lot to consider for him. Actually, what we're going to do is Iron Flesh and Rise of Magicka. And we're going to go ahead and do a quick prayer. A lot of people have theories on what Arniel's going on with Arniel. I will talk about what I feel like in Sarah's storyline as we work our way down it. Specifically where I feel like it is going with that. But Arniel will be a partner in our endeavors for quite some time. So actually, I'm going to go in real quick and favorite Arniel's shade if I have not already done that, which I have not. I'm going to favorite Arniel's shade, just so that we have access to it. What is Elemental Burst? Okay. That's Elemental Burst. What's Elemental Flare? I just noticed that I have these 4 elemental attacks that I've did not realize, and they're all pretty much seem to be the same. Yeah, they all seem to be the same. Not really sure what the difference between them is, but so what we'll look at is this one is an expert level, does 59 points of damage, 29, 44, and 22. So this one is the most powerful. So we will be keeping Blast on us for our use. But we now have Arniel's Shade. I was considering having her go back to the Forgotten City, which we will be going back there eventually. Not at this moment, but we will be going back there eventually. Um, but I then remembered this quest, and I feel like this quest would be one that she's calling upon. And there is also something else that I've done. Um, I'm not going to spoil it, but it is something to do with this quest and why I wanted this quest to be done so quickly. And it's going to be helping out Sarah with um, some of her goals and to gain more information. But we will see what that is as we move on. Um, she mentioned the fact that the blade looked like it was made from um, the material that the Arbiter was guarding. I believe he was guarding. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, looks like a giant's attacking the stronghold. Hopefully they can handle themselves. Not my problem, though. I also don't want to get dragged into that quest right now. I might go there eventually and deal with that, but not right now. But, I believe that Sarah would want to take care of this quest. Not just because of the fact that it has something to do with the Dwemer, but it also wants to help Fathomless Depths. And we have reached level 100 at Destruction, and another assassin. That was the other thing I was thinking about doing, and we might go do that after this quest, is go deal with the Dark Brotherhood finally. They're even using potions that would damage her sorcery because they know she's such a powerful mage now. Or that just randomly rolled into that category. Or it might have been that that's one of her highest stats, so that was what was triggered. I don't know. But here are the Dwemer archways that we're used to seeing when we get close to these Dwemer locations. Avanjal. Let's see. This is where she wants us to return the cube. I'm guessing just dropping it here on the ground isn't going to be good enough. Not to mention, Sarah probably wants to go inside and take a peek around. There's one way in. We might be able to make our way further up, but this might be the best way to go in. Not to mention the fact that I'm quite aware of it being not the only way in. Could use a nap, but we'll deal with that later. What?
I don't like this place. It feels like we're being watched.
It's a simple job, Drennan. We get in, we steal the lexicon, we leave. Don't get jumpy.
If you two cannot handle this, we can find others to hire.
Enough. Their services will be more than adequate. Let us continue.
Like Arniel's Shade or Dark Mage's Shade. Can I see them? The memories, she said. He is supposed to be able to use Heal Other, but apparently people have not seen him do that. We saw his Fireball there, which people said was rare. She obviously is going to be doing some poking around at what's here, and she's interested to hear that they were here for the lexicon. But yeah, Fathomless Depths didn't want anything in exchange for the lexicon.
This place is unbelievable.
Avanchenzell is as much a library as it is a city, built to hold the vast memories of the Dwemer.
Memories of the Dwemer. That was that what the lexicon contained? Huh. I bet you would have been loved to have been here in your flesh. Memories of the Dwemer. She kind of assumes the way that they went was going to be where she needs to go. I do enjoy doing the little machinations she has of the thoughts that would be in her mind of the situation. I do feel like it is kind of strange when I do it, because it's like back and forth between whether or not it's me talking or whether or not it's her talking. But like I said before, I just like getting her thoughts out there. And I do think that she is barred from the other side. I do think that she is interested in this, especially since she's starting to become more and more fascinated with the Dwemer. Especially since now she has Keening, one of the great artifacts of the Dwemer. And Arniel might have sacrificed himself to test the Dwemer's ability. That's the balcony. We could go out there. I'm not going to. It literally just leads out onto the upper part of that area where we could have gone up further. That's one reason why I didn't go there originally. We're going to go back the way we came and then follow the way that the shades went. Or the ghosts, or the memories, maybe. But they mentioned a vast library of Dwemer memory, which that gets Sarah's thoughts instantly. More of these dwarven sphere guardians, which nothing surprising to her. She's seen these before. It's definitely nothing different from her usual encounters. I actually always thought that the Dwemer had embodied these things, and that's why the soul gems were there. But apparently, I don't think I now that I know a bit more about the Dwemer, I don't think that's the case. I like the idea that they've embodied into the Nibian, which the Nibian is one of their greatest creations, a giant dwarven centurion, basically, which was supposed to be the brass god. That, or that they combined with the heart of Lorcan itself. That's a thing I want to get to. She's now very curious about looting this place because of the fact that they mentioned the memories of the Dwemer. There might be really good stuff here. Obviously, she's aware that it probably isn't going to be anything. What the? Now she sees this Dwemer soldier?
What does it mean?
Like the Gilded? Or remains. Now, she could tell that he saw her and tried to interact with her. And some of you might know what's going on because some of you may not have seen that in your playthroughs, because that's not normal. But we'll explain more about what's going on with her with that as we move forward. Oh. Got another guard.
I don't understand.
Really feels confused about what's going on. So, to help you guys understand what's going on, at least out of character, with at least a bit of out of character information, the reason we're seeing these spectral beings is because of a mod I have installed called that is I think dwarven spectrals or something like that. 1 second. I can actually find out relatively quickly. Dwemer Specters Special Editions basically adds specters that are to represent the Dwemer race. I like the idea of adding this because when I do this quest, because it has the advantage of we got the lexicon, which is supposed to have memories, and now we're seeing the Dwemer. And I also think it has to do with because of the fact that she was part of Arniel's experiment. I'm going to use a bit of my health to restore a bit of my magicka, which probably isn't necessary, but and also probably not a smart plan. One second. And I'm back. 1 second, actually. My recording is slightly annoying, although you guys won't notice it. She's also had a lot of experience with different things.
Why are all these metal fiends ignoring us?
Avanchenzell is waiting.
Waiting for what?
No one seems to know. Perhaps the return of the Dwemer. Perhaps the end of the world.
Best get rid of the ones we see, just in case.
So it was so they were basically they seemed like they were basically confused on why these things weren't being very active. Although for us so far they've definitely shown themselves, and we've also seen the spectrals, which they don't seem to be mentioning those. Sarah most likely comes to the conclusion that might be because of Arniel. Arniel's experiment may have affected her in a way that she's not completely sure of just yet. Whether it be the lexicon or Arniel's experiment or maybe a combination of the two, something definitely has changed for her. But we shall continue to see what that is as we move forward. I plan on basically doing this place as its own little episode because this is something important. And then I'll probably cut the recording after this dungeon and then bring you guys back in the next thing, which will probably deal with Aventus Aretino. I think Sarah's starting to get...
I told you, we should have hired a thief.
We are thieves, you fool. We're stealing the cube.
And yet none of us can pick a damn...
It is kind of strange that they came down here without somebody who could pick a lock. The Dwemer had plenty of ability to lock things, so you would think that they would want that just in case they ran into a locked door they couldn't get past. But their guide definitely seems like they have better understanding of this place than they do, because he mentions the fact that he knows about this place, he's done his research. There's definitely something going on here. Not to mention Fathomless Depths had the cube. Where's the other three? If Fathomless Depths had the cube. So that's definitely something she's curious about. Oh, looks like a camp. Maybe they did feel like they could get through the entire thing in one go. I'm expecting them to show up here. Oh, you're there.
Huge. It is large indeed. I did not anticipate a function cell's size or the time needed to uncover the entrance. A few hours sleep and we should be ready to continue through.
Maybe we should turn back. I don't want to sleep here.
Drennan, you do understand that the lexicon at the bottom of this place holds the accumulated memories of centuries of Dwemer.
Not to mention our pay.
So?
So we're not turning back, you fool.
Besides, you're not scared of a few sleeping metal men, are you, Drennan?
Interesting thought to be had. But Sarah thinks that that's a good idea. Sleeping here would not be a terrible out. You guys going to sleep here, even though this is... Apparently there are enemies nearby. Question is where? In here, maybe? Feels like back where the Gilded were. I saw this one and I thought this was kind of interesting. It looks like it's a dwarven sphere that's like been hung up to be worked on. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that or if it's glitched out, but it's kind of cool. All right, let's go back and see if we can sleep now. We can wait, which means we should be able to sleep as long as we can get back before anything shows up. Go ahead and grab a quick bite to eat. Just so we don't have any issues of being starving when we wake up. Can't sleep in an own bed. Really? That's annoying. Alright. I have a way of fixing this. Sarah bought her own sleeping arrangements. And we're going to go ahead and sleep. Not super long, just a couple hours. Just enough to rest her magicka and get her magicka back up to full. Pack this up. And then we can go ahead and do a quick prayer to Magnus again. So we make sure our magicka is at full. Then let's get going. I could have done the Iron Flesh and Rise of Magicka, but I don't think it's necessary right now. Could have also slept in here apparently. It's all good. I'm gonna pick up the dwarven metal because of the fact that I can melt that down into dwarven ingots. Does seem very similar to the Gilded, although quite a bit different. Similar in the fact that the storage is the same because it's all Dwemer storage, but Gilded remained in their gilded bodies while the Dwemer became something else. But she now doesn't know how to feel about it. She can now see their spectral forms wandering across the physical plane. Is she seeing their memories, or is she now tapping into them? Did she bring them back? Who knows? It also brings up the question of if Fathomless Depths could tell that there was something special about her, and that's why she was so big on giving her the lexicon. Or did she try to give multiple people the lexicon and Sarah was just the first to accept it? Maybe the lexicon made her give it to Sarah because the lexicon wanted to be with Sarah. I also wanted to mention this. I didn't really say anything about it because I was kind of in character. In the end of the last episode, I did try to pick up the warped soul gem, as that was something I wanted to take with me, and I couldn't pick it up. It's stuck there. I think Sarah kind of tries to pick it up, but it's like welded to that stand it's sitting on, so she can't remove it. So she just plans on leaving it there because it'll be safe there. She basically tells people at the college to leave it alone, saying that was part of an experiment and she needs it to be left alone so that she can know where it is when she needs it in the future. Because she may need it in the future. Hard to tell if she's going to or not, since she doesn't know exactly what she's doing with all of this stuff yet. I am taking the dwarven oil for alchemy and the ore, but I do not need the parts because most of them can't be melted down anyways.
I thought you said these things were sleeping.
You said they were sleeping. I said they were waiting. It seems a few of them were waiting for someone to try and take the lexicon.
Great.
Sarah definitely does now have her conflictions. She doesn't know if she wants to return the lexicon or not, because if the lexicon is what's letting her see these people, maybe she wants to keep it. But we'll see. I think if I remember correctly, returning the lexicon isn't permanent. Oh. Bust down another spider. These definitely don't seem friendly like the ones that like some of the other ones she's met. Could be summoning Arniel Shade. I kind of wish it was a power, not a spell, because then it would be a lot easier to summon him. Because he does not last very long. He lasts 60 seconds, which is longer than some spells, but not super long to me. We're also getting all these cores. I have like 12 of the darn things now back at home. But I always want more. Ooh, Daedric arrows. Maybe one day I'll have enough of those to switch over to using those permanently. It also looks like this place was kind of being used as a workshop, although that's probably true for most Dwemer locations. Since the Dwemers were great magicians, but they were also seeming to be great artificers. That's what I always thought of with the Dwemers, that they were D&D's equivalents of artificers. Now to see if we can figure out where this lexicon goes. Oh. Well, judging by the look of the memory, this is Drennan. Restoration spells cost less. Some Nord bead, a lockpick, a bit of gold, and some cooked pogfish. Thank God for lunch. Must have just collapsed on top of him and they left him behind.
I can't do this. We shouldn't be here. I'm sorry.
Drennan!
Let the field mouse run. Your pay will be double.
My pay will be nothing if we die in here.
Calm yourself, Freya. We are closing in on the lexicon. I can feel it calling. We'll continue without Drennan.
So he turned around and ran, dared by something, but didn't make it very far. Was it the lexicon? Did something of the magics affect him? Who knows? Continuing on into the boilery. There they are.
We are close now. Can you hear the lexicon calling out?
Sure.
So we grab it and we get out, right?
Once we have the lexicon, we'll need to take it to its podium. I know what to do from there. Soon the lexicon's knowledge will be mine.
Ours. Soon the lexicon's knowledge will be ours.
Of course.
Definitely seems like something was being planned here. One reason why Sarah doesn't like working with others is she knows that people can be that you can be betrayed. There again.
We're almost there. I can hear the lexicon. Come on, quickly.
Something doesn't feel right. Wait!
That definitely feels like it should be able to be opened. But I don't see a way to open it, and I'm not entirely too worried about that. The lexicon is what is my goal right now. Oh. Here's Roots, the leader of this group. Without him, who knows what was supposed to happen next. Which, it looks like there was probably a trap here. Probably stepped on this. Yep. And then for one reason or another, they fell into it. Then you can deactivate it from the bottom. What happened to the other two? Oh.
I did not come all the way here just to walk out empty-handed.
The way out is right there. Run, damn it!
It's like they defeated at least one of them. Left the other for me. Not a very difficult opponent. The arrows, the oil, the granite, the solid metal, and the third. Kind of explains to us where her friends went, or at least her compatriots. And finally, the pedestal. This is where the lexicon requires ancient knowledge added. Now, curiosity about that, because I forgot that we got that. I guess is it something that happens once she adds, once she places it down. Turn of Seasons, Gift of Gap, Astronaut Stone. Ancient Knowledge. Knowledge gained from the lexicon gives you a 12% bonus when wearing Dwemer armor, and blacksmithing increases 15% faster. Huh. 25% bonus to what is my thought process? Is it to the blacksmithing or is it to something else? But she now has, she returns the lexicon. I don't think she would try to take it. I think she would draw the energy from it. That's a good way to kind of put that into play. She meditates. But she leaves the lexicon here. It seems that the pedestal will not relinquish it. Although
another party, isn't there?
interesting. Karamazov's the keeper. Possibly a boss character.
I should have expected as much.
Interesting. Lots of Dwemer arrows, Dwemer bow, and Dwemer greatsword. Some flawless rubies and sapphires. Kadabek's puzzle cube. Huh. Interesting. And the ring of Kadabek's Mizulf grants the user double reduced force field. User a damage reducing force field. Interesting. There's a there.
Suppose I should have expected as much.
Thing. And of course a bonus chest. Milo Stendar, Mass Effect, Pacify. Interesting. Go ahead and learn that Pacify spell. And we now have a ring that'll actually be very useful to us if we don't have the Ring of Ancients on. But we descend back, find this door, which is barred from one side, and that's the exit. So she definitely feels interested in not going back to the other places now. Back to other Dwemer locations she's been at, because now she may find more of these spectral beings. And that last one definitely was interesting because he had some pretty cool stuff on him. So we may be revisiting some of those locations. Mizulf is definitely a place to revisit. There's a few Dwemer places we haven't gone yet. I had known about this quest before. I've used it before. Or not this quest, not the quest. I've done this quest a couple of times. I love this quest. But I've had this mod, I've known about this mod for a while. I didn't have it originally installed because I didn't think it was going to be as necessary. I didn't think it would be as useful in this playthrough. I didn't realize how much Sarah would become obsessed with the Dwemer. So I would have had her do this quest a lot sooner if that would have been the case. But can definitely say that she has enjoyed what she has gotten so far out of them. But that's going to be it for this playthrough. Like I said, I just wanted to put Asmonzulf in its own area. When I bring you guys back in the next episode, when you guys join me for the next episode, we'll most likely be heading off to either Terhold in order to talk to Aventus Aretino, in order to get him to take us to, well, in order to see if he's the one putting hits on us, or we will be at Mizulf. We are going to do a couple of episodes where we jump around from place to place. You guys aren't going to see me walking as much. Just so that we can get some storyline taken care of, and apparently we might not be ending just yet. Apparently we have a dragon to deal with. Apparently we have an elder dragon to deal with. There we go. And a dragon down. Thera's still fighting dragons. I think she's starting to feel like she's the one meant to do this. Not to mention the souls are nice. But I've been the Seven Swords. You've all been amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one.